Hey everybody, what is up? Welcome back to Final Trade. It's the 7th of the month, so we're going to walk the market today with Magic, Flesh and Blood, and Pokemon through TCG Player and some of the sellers on eBay. And I'm just going to talk about the prices and what I think. Some people really enjoy this, so I'm going to keep doing it once a month. So we'll start over here, TCG Player with set booster boxes. Call time's kind of been stuck here for a while, it looks like. 120s, yeah, well, 130, okay. So it's just barely come up a few dollars in the last couple of months. Even through Black Friday really didn't help it a ton. So wow, a little disappointing to see how that slowed down. This set box search result has just gotten worse and worse on TCG Player. If someone from TCG Player is listening, please, for the love of God, just give us a button we can hit that will only return all the set boxes. Modern Horizons 2, yeah, Modern Horizons 3 power crept the modern format a bit too much again. 222, so these have come up just barely. Wow, what the heck? Man, a lot of people fighting to knock the price down, probably just putting a lot of product up on the market at a cheap price for Black Friday. Interesting. So I would have expected these boxes to have come up more by now. What we've seen on the enemy fetch lands that are in them is they've come up pretty well, even though there are just thousands of them listed for sale on TCG Player. The price of them has come up, and it's come up a higher percentage than the overall box. But again, fetch lands are the mainstays in a bunch of different formats, and Modern Horizons 2 boxes are pretty much only good for Modern Horizons. Brothers War, 137. You see a lot of these prices now outrunning the market price, and what that means is that since the market price is a trailing average, if the market is in a bull state where prices are generally rising, then your current lowest price here, 138, is almost always going to be higher than your market price, because your market price is the average of something like the last 30 or 50 sales on TCG Player. I know TCG Player used to talk about how they computed that, and then I went searching for it again several months ago, and I could not find any mention of it. So I don't know if they took it down, if they changed the methodology and they don't want to talk about it anymore, or what. Crimson Val boxes. Now, you see market price 119, and the lowest listed box here is 113. Now, when we actually go into the product, it may show different. Wow, 139. What is going on here? My goodness. So with shipping, $141 for Crimson Vow set boxes. So wait, can you actually get a set box of this for about the price of a collector box? That would be wild. Man. So yeah, these numbers that get displayed out here on the results page, they're not always accurate, and I don't understand why. It's another one of these mysteries of TCG Player. Like, also, why do these images disappear? At one time they had an image for a Modern Horizons 2 set booster case, and somehow it just disappeared and it's gone now. I'm going to open a couple of these and we'll go take a look at them just to make sure we get a good idea of what the lowest ask price is. So, like I was saying, since the market price is a trailing average of recent sales, when the market is in an upward state, it's on an upwards trend, your current lowest price is going to outrun the market price to the high side. So 106 here, well, basically 106 here, because the prices are probably not moving that fast. I wonder what the sale velocity, 64 in the last 3 months. Whoa, that's terrible. And that includes Black Friday. Black Friday hasn't fallen off of the 3-month chart yet. It's well off of the 1-month chart, but not the 3 months. So wow, one box every other day. Pretty bad. Wilds of Eldraine, 133. This shows that WotC is showing some restraint with reprinting this, because at 133, they could reprint. They could dump a bunch more onto distribution, and everybody would just have to take it. But it shows that WotC is actually showing some restraint. 300 boxes in the last 3 months. Really nice. That's 3 a day. Damn. And Kamigawa, 131. Okay, so that's moved up a little bit. I swear this had spiked to close to 150. Yeah, okay, so my memory is correct. So for a little while, the market price went to 149 back in September, and then it dropped way down, like we got a a last giant dump of it out of distribution or out of WotC when it rotated in September. Interesting. So if we go to the 1 month chart, and again, this excludes Black Friday, 84 boxes, so nearly 3 a day. 3 a day on a standard product that has rotated out. Wow. And Phyrexia 135, again, it just shows that WotC has some restraint. This, yeah, because this was beginning of 23, so this is still standard legal. It's really good to see. It's really good to see prices like this. This is a good price where a lot of card stores can make money on this platform selling it. So, again, I mean, I don't think you can labor this point too much. It is really good that we're seeing set boxes like this. It means card stores are going to be, I don't want to go all the way to say healthy, because it's hard for a card store to be healthy, but it's not as bad as it was in, say, 21, 22, and 23. So it's good to see the market healing like that. Are there any more of these we want to look at? We'll see if any of these got pressed to page 2. I didn't notice DU set boxes. We have March of the Machines. Definitely want to always look at Strixhaven and AFR. Lost Caverns. I think DU is one that just does not come up here on this search because I'm searching for set booster display, and TCG Player has it listed, I think, as set booster box, so it just won't return. Please, God, TCG Player, fix that. Set boxes of March of the Machine, 120. Okay. Yeah. Not great. Not bad. Not as bad as it could be. Not as bad as a lot of set boxes, especially of Strixhaven here, that we were buying at $90 back in 21 and 22. So 116 bucks. Okay. So it's taken the $100 mark. It's done it convincingly and passed it a bit. So it's at least nice to see that. If you were around and remember all the history of when this was selling in the 90s at a loss to card stores. And the same with this product. 126. Wow. That's really nice. We're getting... This bull market is heating up little by little, a little more. And, it's always hard to kind of make any statements about the overall state of the bull market, because it's really hard to go and look at all the products at once, to have a good mental image of where all the prices are, where they've been, and how quickly they've gotten here, what the recent action has been, what the market depth has been. And so, it feels like we're just heating up a little more. We're not in a stupid bull market yet. We're not in irrational exuberance territory. 122, pretty good. Lost Caverns of Ixalan set. And I think we'll call it for set boxes there, and we'll move on to draft boxes. As I always explain, this is from when these kind of boxes were specifically called draft boxes. Now, before set boxes existed, this kind of box was called a booster box. Simply a booster box, not a draft booster box. So this search for draft booster box will return those that also had set boxes with them. Definitely want to look at Lord of the Rings, Kamigawa, Strixhaven. We'll take a look at Unfinity. The collector boxes of Unfinity have been doing well lately. Baldur's Gate. And we'll skip a couple of these. Not every one of them is interesting. You kind of always expect Streets to be doing badly. We'll look at Time Spiral, MH2. Ooh, I want to look at Zendikar, DMR. So many great products. Oh, let's throw a double feature out there. Okay, so if I don't crash my computer. Okay, Lord of the Rings Draft 168. Not bad. Let's go back and look at a year of data on this. Okay, so about 155 back here a year ago. I don't know when this is actually going to go out of print. It's always under threat of being reprinted, even if they aren't really doing it. $112 for the draft box. It's just a reality that the draft boxes from this era are not as good as the set boxes. That's why the Kamigawa set box was at $130, and this is $112. And at wholesale, they were only $5, $6 off from each other. So this is just the reality for most of these. There's always Baldur's Gate, where the draft box was engineered better than the set box. 107, 108 if we round with the change. So these have crossed $100. Good to see. it's probably still null, bone, or bust. Infinity, $95. Still under 100. So yeah, I guess maybe is it the box toppers? No, these have box toppers too. I wonder what's in the specific box toppers. What is it about the collector boxes that have pushed their price up in the last 6 months, but not the draft boxes? AFR 120. I would not have expected this, especially interesting since the set boxes were 125. And draft boxes of Baldur's Gate. Again, if you have a subscription to Mox Alpha and you can see those prices, I want to say that the EV in a set box of Baldur's Gate is like $30 less than in a draft box. And it's funny because for years I was saying, hey, these set boxes, they stink. They have way too many of the legendaries in them, and the legendaries are printed to oblivion. They took up too many slots in the set box, and I warned about that for years. So it was funny when I eventually signed up for Mox Alpha and I could see those data, and it was actually confirmed. 105 is pretty good price. You can't make money busting them open at 105, but this is a great product. And if you're somehow still on the fence 2.5 years later on this product, it's a great product, and it contains tons of Commander staple cards that are going to be popular forever. Time Spiral Remastered. Now, I'll take a look at this because one of my patrons bought me out of all the rest of it that I had on the monthly sales today. $250. So this has, let's go back on the 6 month. Smooth it a little bit. So yeah, we see even 6 months ago, this peak back here, 218, and today it's 250. So it's nice to finally see this come up in price. The cool thing I always loved about these boxes, besides all the awesome cards, besides all the old retro frame, was the lottery tickets in this box. Because there were a bunch of cards in here you could potentially pull as foil variants, and they were the only existing foil variant of that card. And so some of those were like $150, $200, $250 cards at one point. Now, maybe WotC's printed them to oblivion since then, and they've gone way down. But this box, at least at one time, had a bunch of multi-$100 lottery tickets in it. Modern Horizons 2, $190, basically has not moved. It was 188 or so. Yeah, back when it was in print. So, really hasn't done much. Zendikar Rising, with its excellent Expedition box topper. Maybe one day it'll pass the $100 mark. It's been amazing. This rotated out in was it 23 or did it rotate out in September of 22? I can't even remember. And it's just taken this long. This one is one of the true victims of printed to oblivion during the pandemic. Just amazing how many boxes there are of this out there and how long it's going to take to get any good action. Currently 171 in the market. Wait, whoa. Last 3 months, 4 boxes sold? Are you kidding me? This has got to be wrong. Somehow it's got to be, yeah, because last 1 month, 27 boxes. Okay, so TCG Player just has something screwy. Okay, I was going to say 4 boxes in 3 months. That's like what you expect from a 10-year-old product, not something this recent. Okay, I wonder what the hell's going on with TCG Player. It's like they've just dropped all these data somehow. Weird. Dominaria Remastered. Okay, moved up to 126. This was around 120 for a long time. I think you can still get it from one of the 2 big dealers I'll show you on eBay in a little bit at 120. And definitely a good deal. It's going to do really well in the future. The collector boxes have... You could say they've doubled. They've just about doubled in the last 15 months. This will do well in the long run. In the last 3 months, 265 sold. And double feature, 165. We'll have to see how much Innistrad Remastered affects this. This had 1 lottery ticket in it. It was the foil variant of Meat Hook Massacre. And at one time, that was like a $250 card. And you know that's going to get reprinted in Innistrad Remastered. So that's might have an effect on this box price. We'll see. I still think this is a great box for the long term. And what else? Anything else in draft? Let's look at Commander Masters before we move on. Original Commander Masters, not Commander Masters Baldur's Gate, $160. Pretty flat over the last 6 months. And in the last month, selling 3 a day. Wow, that's actually pretty good. Even though it has the Jeweled Lotus in it, and for the time being, Jeweled Lotus is still banned. Come on, we all know it's coming back. Okay, play booster boxes. We can pretty much go through all of these. Let's go. Murders, Outlaws, MH3. What was next? Was it Bloomburrow, then Duskmourn? Bloomburrow, Duskmourn, Foundations, Aetherdrift. Okay, we'll get them all. Murders. Wow, 126? Yeah, 126. There was a time after release you could get these for $90. In fact, I actually opened a couple of cases of these when they were selling for like $87, $88, $89, something like that. So 126, really good. It means that, you know, if WotC is sitting on pallets and pallets and pallets of these, they're holding tightly for a little while to try to get the market a little healthier. Or they showed more restraint on printing originally, or they've shown more restraint on distribution. But one way or another, WotC is not destroying the market with products like this, like it did back in 21 and 22. 135, that's a really good price. You know, we have to be sober about what prices does the market need for card stores to survive. So, you know, we can be cutthroat pirates about what we pay for stuff, but there is a reality about what the market has to be able to support in order for card stores to survive. And I know there are a few people out there who think that this hobby can persist without card stores. I absolutely disagree with that. You have to have places for people to jam games. You have to have places for new people to get into the hobby, for people to find different TCGs that they want to buy. I don't see a way that we get away from card stores. So MH3 210. Wow. Okay, but there's 15 shipping, 225. Even then, that's the price of an MH2 set box. So, you know, how are you going to sell MH2 set boxes at 225 when you can go out and buy an MH3 play box? Just saying, MH3 crept the meta on Modern pretty hard again. And Bloomburrow, no way, 152. I hate to chalk it all up to this being the only high fantasy themed standard set this year, but man, the more evidence I see, the more it's hard to be skeptical of that view. Duskmourn, 134, very good. Very good. It's good to see the market is taking these play boxes at these higher prices. 134 also for Foundations. That's really good to see. And Aetherdrift pre-orders, 117. If you want these, buy them. I mean, we just looked at all these other play boxes that are in the 130s, and this is 117 on a pre-order. If you're going to want to have these to open, buy them now. Pre-order. We're in a bull market. This is when pre-ordering makes sense. Okay. Oh, man. I'm so excited for collector boxes. Okay, let's first just look at our 2 pre-orders that are out there. I've been beating the drum. You need to be pre-ordering these. And, of course, you need to be pre-ordering them off of the affiliate links to eBay that I've been giving you, not to here. But you see, this is moving boxes every day. Last 3 months, 97 boxes, 3 a day, and they're moving at $230. So people are paying $230 over here when I'm giving you affiliate links to be able to get these with your eBay credit card, and they'll come in at what, $193? You need to be buying those. Innistrad Remastered, $324. I know the cases of these from the big dealer I like on eBay went out of stock. the individuals are still available. We'll get over there and we'll make sure we have that correct. WotC is pre-selling these on Amazon. I believe $3.15 is the price. And so if you have your Prime credit card, you'll get about $15 off of that. Again, you need to be pre-ordering these. Look at what both Dominaria Remastered and Ravnica Remastered have done in the last couple of years. Ravnica Remastered is 1 year old, and the boxes are $400 now. In other words, as I keep saying, WotC is going to have to start to screw up collector boxes and then show a demonstrated pattern of screwing them up before I will stop telling people to pre-order collector boxes. They've shown 2 years of almost unbroken success with collector boxes. You should be pre-ordering. Let's just go through a bunch of these. Yes, I will actually skip some if I'm not interested in them. Bloomburrow. Am I just crazy? I thought I saw this at $400 the other day. Am I absolutely nuts? Man, human brains are the worst thing that barely works. Okay, $350 a couple days ago, or actually today. And the lowest one right now, $334. Okay, maybe I'm just out of it. And I thought I saw these at $400. Up next, Kaldheim, $190. Holding there really well. What was it a year ago? Yep, $135. You know, when you sit there and you think, oh, Crimson Vow collectors could never go up. AFR collectors, they'll be down forever. Streets of New Capenna collectors, dead money. And then you look, in 1 year, these came up 50%. And these have nothing in them. There's no chase value in this box. It predates serialized cards. And yet, here we are. In the last year, they came up 50%. DU, $215. All right. You know, almost back to release day price. Almost. Only another $60 or $70 to climb. Unfinity, of course, this is another one that's done real well. Let's rewind to a year ago, $127. Yep. And now they're $198. So, again, close to 50% gain in the last year. And again, you know, there's not a lot of great chase value in this. It's got the box topper. You can get the, is it the foil full art Galaxy Lands? Are those the things that are still driving these boxes? And so that's about it. There's no serialized cards in this, right? Yeah, this predates because Brothers War was the first randomized product with serialized cards, and that came out like 2 months after this. So yeah, not a lot of great reason, but still, just on scarcity, it's come up 50% in the last year. And Ravnica Remastered, $390. Actually, we can just say high sale price, so we have had at least one sell at $400. Yeah, really good box. Really good box, and they absolutely slashed the print run. You know, when people started pulling the serialized cards and doing mass box openings of this box, and they saw how often they were getting serialized cards, and then they just backed out the math and said, well, here's how many boxes exist. And it was a huge slash in print run. All right, next. DMR, of course. Crimson Vow, Zendikar Rising. We'll take Fallout, Duskmourn because it's recent. We'll skip Assassin's Creed because it's not that interesting. And we'll take MH2. DMR, of course, still one of my highest conviction products. I'm going to keep repeating that. So far, the market has slowly caught on. Again, a year ago, 163, and today, 240. So, yeah, that's 50%, basically. A little short, it's maybe 48% increase over the last year. I hope you bought when they were cheaper. $140 on Crimson Vow. You know, this is going to be the next one. A year ago, 120. It's got a lot of room to run. Again, you know, if you're doubtful, look at Kaldheim, look at Unfinity. Those two performed over the last year. This one will eventually have its day. How long it takes, I can't tell you, but it will eventually get there. Zendikar Rising. This is one that's lagged a lot, that I've always been a little surprised. You get 2 of the Expedition box toppers, and the Expedition lands can come in foil variants in the regular booster packs in this. So there definitely is some chase value. It's not super strong chase value, I don't think. Well, actually, the last time I went and looked, those foil variants, I want to say some of those were like $150 to $200. If you were getting like the foil variant fetch lands, things like that. $230. What's the depth look like? 1 a day? Not bad. 141 in stock? Okay. I'm just surprised. This feels like it really hasn't moved in price in a long time. Yeah. So it peaked back here at 228 last March, 9 months ago. Yeah, so it's been flat, roughly flat for 9 months. Okay, it's as bad as I imagined. $900, when did this happen? I remember I got a couple of these through a private deal, and at the time they jumped up to like $400, and you know, you have that moment when you kind of feel smart, but then you remind yourself that it was just chance and dumb luck, that you buy a little bit of everything and you get all the winners and all the losers, and what you try to get overall is the average market performance. $900 though. I might put up one of these for a box opening video, see if anybody is interested. I know there's cool serialized bobbleheads in these. And what's it look like on the 1 month? 1 a day, 21. Whoa, 21 on the market and 1 per day selling. If you want some of these, bite the bullet and take them now, because 6 months from now, it'll be a $2,000 box. Golly. Okay, Duskmourn. So this has actually finally passed Bloomburrow? Wow, because that cheapest Bloomburrow box was, what, $235? And this is $248? Surprising. And if we come back to 1 month, 3 per day, selling, 102 on the market. Man. 2025 is going to be awesome. It's going to be so great. $325. This is another one that's kind of been disappointing. I thought this would have done a lot better. Look at that. It came down about $25 through Black Friday, and it stayed down. Just not a lot of demand. Golly. Yeah, Modern Horizons 3 hurt this product more than I could have predicted. Let's see, it peaked at $345 up there 9 months ago, and now it's $325. Very sad. Maybe eventually the enemy fetch lands and the foil variants and the retro foils and everything that you can get so many more of in this box will be enough to start pulling it up. The one good thing about that is the enemy fetch lands are in the rare slot in this product. So you don't have to pull all the way into the mythic slot. All right, DM22, we'll take MH3. I mean, you can see right there, MH3 is selling for more than the MH2 boxes. I want to look at so many of these. Outlaw's not that interesting. Strixhaven, definitely. Some of these older ones, again, not a lot of chase value in them. Okay. Double Masters 2022. This has been an absolute shocker. $290. And if we go back 3 months, $245. Let's go back a year. $173. Wow. So it's come up, what, $120 in a year. So about a 65% gain in the last year. And this is one of those obnoxious tiny boxes that only has 4 booster packs in it. Isn't it great? People are paying $75 a booster pack for this product. So amazing. Actually, $290, I will say, this was the price it sold for the week of its release. Was that 2022? Golly. Yeah, summer of 22. It sold for $280 to $290 in the week of release. That's where I bought my first tranche of them, was in that. I think I bought 10 boxes. Everybody was so optimistic on this product, and then we realized it was printed to oblivion. But you know what? Printed to oblivion doesn't last forever. What's next? Modern Horizons 3. Yes, creeping up on $400 compared to $320 for the MH2 box. It shows you the difference in power creep, how WotC continues to just creep the meta of Modern along to turn it into a rotating format. It's an absolute tragedy, but here we are. I guess on the other hand, it makes Modern more accessible. If more and more of the staple cards just came out of this set recently, then hey, it's more accessible. Maybe some people were complaining about that. Wilds of Eldraine. This was one of the first collector boxes that really shoved it right in our face and said, hey, WotC turned the ship around on collector boxes. When we got this in late 23, and then it started to go up through early 24, it's $360 for a standard collector box. Just amazing. And then Ixalan right afterwards. So many boxes since then. Wow. And then here we are, already at $390, $400. So, okay, there's a big block of 22 boxes. Okay, so we have, what, 25, 26, 27 boxes until it's a $400 box, but how fast are they selling? 1.5 a day. Yep. So within a month, maybe 2 months, 3 months, it will be a $400 box. 270. This came up a lot for a long time. I was getting these for, golly, 210? Something like that. And they were very profitable to break down to singles back at those prices. And I did my part. I opened 50, 80, 100, something like that of these. Of course, it slowed down a lot. 1 a day. Yeah, that's sad. I think it's still going to do great in the long run. A lot of those individual doctor cards are pretty good. They're very desirable. And again, it was mostly an expansion made for Commander. $300 after, yeah, maybe 2 dozen more boxes. It sees 300, and it's selling 1 a day. New Capenna. Again, don't be too negative. Don't be too negative. There's no chase value in here. The gilded foil cards turned out to be big nothing burgers. There's no serialized cards. And yet, other sets that meet the same description came up 50% in the last year. $112 a year ago, and we're at $150. Yeah, so it came up, what, 30, 35% in the last year? Not bad. Not bad. You know, the scarcity of it will ramp up faster over time, and selling a little over 1 a day. March of the Machine, 250. And what are we selling through on this one? Wow. 1 2/3 a day, about. What are the prices looking like? 7 boxes, and then it jumps to 270? That's not bad. Golly, then another 4 boxes, and it jumps to what, 295? Okay. 12 boxes to 13 boxes to get up to $300 from here, and it's selling 1.5 a day. So we expect sometime probably in the next 6 or 8 weeks, you know, more boxes will come on the market as the price goes up. But maybe in the next 6 or 8 weeks, this turns into a $300 box. Strixhaven, 310. I get so excited every time I see that this has gone up a bit more. I think the last time we did this on the 7th of December, this box was right around 300. I just get excited to see it go up because it's a great box. The Mystical Archives, the Japanese Mystical Archives, the foil Japanese Mystical Archives, so many great lottery cards in this box. It's just good to see it come up, and it's good because I bought a bunch of these during the depths in 2022. I put a bunch of these back in the closet. What are we selling through on them? 1 a day. Oh, that's so exciting. And yeah, let's see. This is a Japanese box and another Japanese box. So we have 3 English boxes, and then, oh, when my brain saw that, I thought it said $3.99. I was going to get super excited. So we have basically 4 boxes until this goes to $350. It's selling about 1 a day. Oh boy. I love the collector boxes. Let's go ahead and take a look. We'll take a look at Core 21. We won't leave it behind. And Phyrexia, this gave back a little bit in price. Lost Caverns, Baldur's Gate, and we have to go to page 4 to pick up Lord of the Rings. For some reason, Lord knows how the actual algorithm that produces these results works. Look, it's all the way at the back. Okay, we'll grab those two. And Corset 21. $280? Wait, wow, look how fast that's outpacing the market price. So you see the market price 3 months ago was $235. Today it's $222, and yet the lowest price box is $280. How many are in the market? Only 18 boxes available, and 5 in the last month, 25 in the last 3 months. So yeah, it's the natural state of things, guys. It's the TCG expansion life cycle. The boxes get rare, and then the prices gap up faster and faster over time. Wow. Phyrexia, and these had gone, yeah, it's about $350 back in the early November. Came down all the way to $300 again. What happened? A year ago, $216. Another 50% performer over the last year. And what are we looking at in the market? 50 available. In the last month, sold 54. What do you think the price of this is going to do? It's going to go back up. And then it's going to cross $400 and then maybe more. AFR. For a while, for a long while, I was able to say I had more collector boxes of this than anything else. That's since fallen by the wayside, since the business has gotten bigger, since the patron program has grown, since everything has excelled. But for a long time, I had more AFR collector boxes than anything else. What's this, 163? When you add the shipping on? 123 in the market. So you can see just how deep the market still is, selling 44 a month. And again, there are tons of these back in the closets. It's still going to take a while, but, you know, a year from now, let's say it went up another 50%. A year from now, it was 230. I'd feel good about that. I feel like that was good return. And I bought a lot of my boxes of this under 200. I won't even attempt to remember the exact numbers. I have them in my old data. Ixalan 320. This one's been getting hammered. Watsy's been dumping this on Amazon just all the way down at 286, I think. And then you use your Prime credit card to get nearly another $15 off of that. I put it on the community tab a bunch of times with affiliate links trying to get you guys to buy it. But yeah, this has been getting hammered hard by Watsy. For anyone who tells you that the dumps has stopped, no. Watsy comes in and they dump way below market price. They undercut all the card stores and thus undercut the distributors because the card stores don't have to restock from distribution. It's a dump as it ever was. So yeah, $345 on the market price back here. Today, $321. Even in an accelerating market, this price has gotten so hammered. I mean, there have been times over the last few months when you could buy from Amazon, get it to your house, and then list it and sell it on TCG Player immediately and make money. So that should not happen in a healthy market. 114 on the marketplace, and in the last month, 31. Yeah, it's going to take a while to consolidate, and you know, a lot of people have bought a lot of boxes of this and put them back in the closet now via Amazon. So it's going to take a while for this to firm up. You know, it could easily be, we could be here at the end of 2025 and still not be looking at this at $400 with how much Watsy has dumped this. Baldur's Gate collector boxes. What was I buying for these for when I was opening them for singles? I want to say it was like $145, something like that. I opened a lot of these. There was so much money to be made. There was a time when every one of these boxes had something like $80 of profit in it. in the direct program after all fees. It was like $80 a profit for opening a 180 card box. 270 on the market. Wow. Truly printed to oblivion. But again, it doesn't last forever. 76 a month being taken off the market right now. Yeah. So you've got 4 months of depth in the market today. Maybe a year from now, these will start to look like really, really rare boxes. And again, they're full of not only Commander staples, but fun variants of Commander staples. So they're going to do great. Lord of the Rings, special edition, $1,400. Remember when we all had kind of like the collective gasp at the false start of it hitting $1,000, and then it pulled back to like 600 or something? There were a lot of people who were like, wait, this is $1,000 box? Let me hurry and sell mine for $600. And we were like, what are you even doing, bro? Just hold on to your box. And now here we are today. The lowest box is $1,400. It's tripled in 6 months. Don't let anyone ever tell you markets aren't meant to work this way. It was never meant to be like this. Those people have no clue what they're talking about. These are rare collectibles that are only created for a short amount of time, and then people desire to destroy them. People want to get this box in their hands so they can open it, so they can try to pull a serialized movie poster card that sells for $5,000. There are $5,000 lottery tickets in this box. People want to rip these boxes open for the chance of that $5,000 lottery ticket. And that just means this scarce collectible, there are fewer and fewer and fewer examples of them left in the world every day. Of course the price is going to go up. Of course it's meant to be like this. This is exactly how we should expect this market to operate. And the original Lord of the Rings collector box, $750. We'll round it to $750 with that shipping cost. Not bad. You know, not as great as the $1,000 lottery tickets. Of course, there was one $2 million lottery ticket in these boxes, and then somebody verified that it was pulled. And that's kind of hurt the upward ascension. Could you imagine if nobody had found the One Ring, what these boxes would cost right now? I don't even have a way that I could start to construct a model of what they would cost. I bet these would be, I'm just going to throw a wild number out, $4,000 boxes if the One Ring was still missing. How many are in the market? 37. Nice. 37, and in the last month, 30 sold. Oh boy. Okay, so that's it for collector boxes. We'll take a look at a couple of Flesh and Blood products. You know, for the most part, these Flesh and Blood 2.0 products, if you go to Flesh and Blood's website or you search Google for Flesh and Blood Collector Center, you can go to their website and they give the print run numbers. You can go and you can look at the first edition and unlimited print runs for the first 5 products. You can look at the Fab 2.0 booster box print run numbers for a couple of the products. They've released those numbers. They do delay the release of that data for a couple of, I don't know, 18 months maybe? Wild guess. I never actually looked at a calendar to see. They don't release it right away, but they do delay the data. They eventually release the print run numbers. So I was looking at those recently, and what you can see for Fab 2.0, it looks like what they wanted to do was print enough to satisfy the market. Okay. Are these rare collectibles that will eventually go out of print? Yes. Will the supply tighten? Yes. Will the price go up in time because people want to destroy the product? Yes. Now, the thing is, for the Fab 2.0 products, it's just going to take longer. Even, what was the first 2.0? It wasn't Dusk Till Dawn. I forget. But even the early 2.0 products, they're still not moving yet. So you have time to accumulate, but also don't expect a lot of great results really fast. Now, what I'm interested in is what we might call Fab 1.0. And let's find, there's none of those on this page. I wish you could sort this by release date. TCG player, give me the ability to sort by release date. Monarch first. We'll take Welcome to Wraith and Arcane Unlimited. We'll take Tails first, and we'll take Crew Unlimited. Let's just go through. These first 6 are the ones I'm interested in. You know, if you don't have a position in Flesh and Blood, just start buying equal amounts of all 6 of these boxes. It's not a terrible plan. Of course, Everfest First Edition is the only edition on the Collector's Center I was telling you about on Fab's website. They say there are only 40 boxes of Unlimited in existence. And I've heard differing stories on why that is, so I don't know exactly why. 65 bucks, 185 in the market, and 22 in the last month. That's going to take a while. Monarch First Edition, 62. Wait, so has this market finally bounced off this low? $52 market price low, and it's up to 62. Guys, it's gone up 20%. One day I will grit my teeth and I will look at what my average price is for this. I've averaged it down a lot over the years, but man, I bet my average price is still somewhere around $100. And the last 3 months, or the last 1 month, 20 boxes. If you include Black Friday on the 3 month, 81. And how many in the market? 92. Printed to Oblivion doesn't last forever. Unlimited edition, Welcome to Wraith, $81. Not bad. Didn't this get over 100 at one point? Maybe I'm misremembering. Maybe I'm thinking of something else. But $81, not too bad. 86 in the market, and in the last month sold 24. Yeah, this will be a $100 box by the end of 2025. $129 on Arcane Rising. 26 in the market, and 12 sold in the last month. You know, they're rare collectibles, and people like to destroy them. Tails First Edition, 55. And the print runs were still increasing. I forget the exact numbers. I know Monarch First Edition print run was 125,000. And Tails was higher. I want to say Tails was like 180 or 200,000. So this is going to take a lot longer. This was set number 5. To put it in perspective, Monarch was set 4. And then Everfest was set 6. So there were way more boxes of this out there. It's going to take quite a while longer. The last month, 17 boxes, 79 in the market. And Crucible of War, 90 bucks. 35 in the market, 9 in the last month. And Pokemon. Okay, so we've got Scarlet and Violet era Pokemon up here. Of course, this has, well, it surprised me. And I would, you know, I expect this kind of movement, but I did not expect it so fast. To put it in perspective, Scarlet and Violet era started 2 years ago. It was January of 2023 was when Crown Zenith came out, and a few weeks after that, Scarlet and Violet Base came out. And Crown Zenith, wasn't it technically Sword and Shield 12.5? I think so. So where is Scarlet and Violet Base? 137 market price. Paldea Evolved, 196. You know, something that you have to accept at some point with Pokemon is, yes, it would feel bad to pay $244 today for Surging Sparks. Yeah, that would feel bad. But you know, in 3 years, when it's a $1,500 box, will you look back on paying $244 and be sad? No. Everyone who bought Evolving Skies at $200 is happy today. And everybody who bought Evolving Skies at $300 is happy today. And $400 and $500 and $600 and $900 and $1,000. They're all happy today. It's a lesson to learn. Don't let price memory sabotage your investment. So yeah, these have all done really well. To see them already in the 140s, 150s across the board. Really, really good performance. It shows how hot Pokemon is right now. I'm not going to dig deeper in any of these because they're very recent, and I love me some Sword and Shield. Now, the headline prices out here are kind of wonked up for a lot of these, but you know, let's open some of these older ones. We'll take 6 and 8. We'll take Vivid Voltage. Let's just start there for now. So, number 8, Fusion Strike, $485. Guys, $485. 3 months ago, it was $211. You know, something I read from time to time, there's actually somebody who watches a bunch of my videos and then he shit posts on them, and it's like, are you just hate watching my videos? Like, man, I wish I had that much free time. But one of the things he likes to say is that none of this stuff is ever going to go up in price because all the Timmies are holding huge mountains of it in their closet. Guys, where are those Timmies? Where are they? Where did they come to the rescue of the market and dump Fusion Strike and keep the price from more than doubling in the last 3 months? Where are those people? Because that's one complaint, that's one detraction that you hear about TCG investing is, oh, everybody's doing it. There's so many boxes. There's no way any of it will ever go up in price because there's so many boxes in the closet. It'll just keep the prices down forever. The market is proving those people wrong right here. And with every other product, with Kaldheim boxes up 50% in the last year, with Lord of the Ring boxes, special edition at $1,400, with Fallout boxes at $900, with Ravnica Remastered already up to $390. The market will tell you what the truth is, because the market cannot lie to you. The market simply is the most recent sale price where buyers and sellers meet and agreed without compulsion to, without coercion. That's the word I was looking for. Where they meet without coercion to exchange money for products. And here we are. Where are all those Timmies with closets full of Fusion Strike, dumping it on the market and preventing it from ever going up in price? $485. Feels good. I remember when Reddit was screeching every day, don't buy Fusion Strike and don't buy Chilling Reign. They're worthless, they're printed to oblivion, and they'll never go up in price. And guys, printed to oblivion does not last forever. $380 on Chilling Reign. 3 months ago, $213. What was it a year ago? $162. More than doubled in the last year. What about the market depth? 72 boxes available, and in the last month it sold 75. What do you think is going to happen to the price of this box over the next year? It's going to be great. 2025 is going to be awesome. Vivid Voltage, 170. 170, and there are 56 in the market, and it sold 70 in the last month. Guys, the only thing holding this price down is that it's still available on Pokemon Center at MSRP of $144. That is the only thing holding this price anywhere close to Earth. In fact, we saw a Silver Tempest go out of stock on Pokemon Center merely a month and a half ago, maybe 2 months now. What do the gaps look like on this one? Bunch of them clustered here around 170, 175, and then we jumped to 200. Yeah, we got a couple dozen boxes. Maybe we've got 30 boxes before this hits $200. They're going to have to go out of stock on Pokemon Center because, again, that puts a very squishy ceiling over the price. But, again, what we saw with Silver Tempest is when that ceiling is removed, Silver Tempest has shot up more than 50% in the last 2 months. Okay, what else do we want to look at? Lost Origin. Oh, yeah, we'll go ahead and get Evolving Skies, Brilliant Stars, Astral Radiance. Okay, we'll even go Battle Styles. The most hated. Okay, Lost Origin, $415. This has been like a rocket ship. Look at this. A month ago, $257. Today it's $415. A year ago, $141. Guys, did you ever hear that these are rare collectibles? That they're only created for a short amount of time. And then people enjoy destroying them, and that forces the price upward as the supply can no longer meet the demand? $415. Golly. Evolving Skies, $1,400. Yes, it was stuck at $600 for so long. There it is, stuck in the 600s. Yep, it took a long time to get that sale price past the 600s. And here we are, 1,400 bucks. Wonder what this looks like. 1485, 1495, 1500. And what's it selling at? 50 a month, 125 in the market. Are we going to exit 2025 with this as a $2,000 box? Man, I hope so. Brilliant Stars, 275 we'll call it. And a year ago, 185. Almost doubled in the course of a year. 84 on the market, 84 sold in the last month. Feels good. I hope all you guys were with me back in 21, 22, 23 when I was telling y'all to buy these kinds of products. I hope y'all are still with me and that y'all bought back then, because damn, it feels good. Astral Radiance, 243. Not bad. And again, a year ago, 137. So only up about 70% in the last year. 56 on the market, and it sold 89 in the last month. Battle Styles, 150. Now this one is also still available on Pokemon Center. 89 on the market and sold 89 in the last month. Oh man, it's gonna be hilarious because this is going to go out of stock on Pokemon Center. Every morning I refresh Pokemon Center and I see our Vivid Voltage and Battle Styles still available. Every morning I check. One day this is going to go out of stock, and then over the next 2 months it's going to double in price. Any others? We'll look at Rebel Clash, and a couple of these roll over to the second page of results. Which one? Sword and Shield base and Darkness Ablaze. We'll go ahead and look. Rebel Clash 230. I feel like it's been around this for a long time. Yeah, so all the way back here in September, it was 220. So yeah, not a lot of action on this more recently. Sword and Shield base, 336. 25 in the market and sold 8 in the last month. That's what an old product looks like, 25 in the market. 209 for Darkness Ablaze. 41 and 53. You know, this one's got big, giant, fat Charizard in it. I'm kind of surprised this one hasn't gone up better. You know, the next set, Vivid Voltage, had the fat Pikachu. Okay, and so that's it for TCG Player. We're going to go look at these two dealers on eBay that I like. So P Football Pete, one of the biggest sellers, has pretty good prices. 160s, 44 for those Crown Zenith booster bundles. Ooh, 186 for Outlaws at Thunder Junction still. That's a great price. If you've missed out, you should probably buy. 158 for Lord of the Rings set boxes. Oh, we need to get... Hang on, let's go do something. We need to get Commander Masters collectors. Commander Masters... Collector booster box. What are these at? These got hammered hard by Amazon dumps. So 228 right now. And we'll go back. Yeah, see, so they peaked up here in the 240s, and then they dropped all the way to 206. So they've recovered a bit. So if we want to take this to just the 6 month, they got hammered really hard by Amazon dumps. So WotC was dumping these under $200 on Amazon for, golly, quite a while? A good bit of time, at least. And how many do we have? 143 in the market, 95 in the last month. Not bad. Okay, now for real. Back over to eBay. Wilds of Eldraine set boxes, 115. Not bad. Assassin's Creed, but those are the Beyond boosters. 130 for Bloomborough. Here we go. Assassin's Creed Collectors, 214. This is a really good dealer to come to. Set boosters of Kamigawa, 114 instead of the 130 on TCG Player. Paldea Adventure Chest. This makes a really good gift. The Charizard lunchbox, $24. There were some people selling cases of these, and you could get them down to about $20 each in the case. I feel like it's kind of a niche product that's going to do well eventually. Ravnica Remastered Draft, $177. That feels really weird. I can't remember what that price is supposed to be. MH3 Collectors, $397. Whoa. Crown Zenith ETB? This is not even the Pokemon Center ETB, but it's $90? Nice. I hope you guys were buying with me. Dominaria United set boxes, still $120. $224 for these. This box will have Sword and Shield booster packs in it. I don't know which ones. But let's see. 9. I can't remember how many packs. I think 5 packs in each one. So you're getting 45 packs. So you're paying $5 per pack. For Sword and Shield, hell, if it's just a blind $5 per pack and it could be anything from Sword and Shield, the odds are on your side. 228 Commander Masters. These are the single collector pack boxes, so don't buy them. Lorcana, Pokemon, Battle Academy, bunch of bad products. Precons, Commander decks, Phyrexia set. Okay, yeah, sometimes this guy has some pretty good deals. And the next one is Flipside Gaming. This is a really great dealer with really great prices. March of the Machine Collectors, $240. Very nice. I mean, we saw what, they're $250 on TCG Player today, and the market depth is really thin. About $20 off for collector boxes of Baldur's Gate compared to TCG Player. Dustmore in play. More Outlaws. Guys, you should buy Outlaws collector boxes. You should get those while they're still under wholesale. Commander Masters Draft, $267. Here it is. $120 for DMR Draft. This is where I remember seeing it. And eBay has even labeled it great price. So that usually means it's the best price. eBay has a lot of problems. Even after almost 30 years of existence, eBay still has trouble figuring out that two listings are the same product. But hey. Aether Drift Play Boxes, $110. Again, if you're going to buy them to open, to draft with, to play with, go pre-order them. $110 for a play box, that's really good. Set boxes of Commander Masters, $360. This is probably still too cheap. They're probably going to go up really, really well in the future. Here's some Modern Horizons 2 set boxes for $210. Yeah, that's cheaper than TCG Player. Man, Kaldheim set for $140. That's more expensive than TCG Player? Wow. $96 for Baldur's Gate Draft and then 5% off when you buy more. You get that close to $90. I don't know if there's enough value in there to open it. I'll have to go check. And Infinity Draft, $97 with a 5% discount. Poor old Theros. You know when it's still for sale on this guy's page that, man, there was way too much of this printed. That was, I believe, an early 2020 era product. It may have been 2019. And that's about it. Got some other weird games. Keyforge, Altered, all these other things. Oh, yeah. This dealer has started carrying Japanese Pokemon. And they are one of the largest dealers on eBay. What do they have? 1.4 million items sold. So, you know, it may be a pretty good bet that their Japanese Pokemon is legit. It's not tampered with. It's not resealed. Maybe. So, if you want to start putting back Japanese Pokemon, I think it'd be a great idea. So, they've started carrying it. Again, this is Flipside Gaming on eBay. So, look, guys. Market's doing really, really great. And we're in a kind of bull market. It's getting a little hotter, and I expect it'll keep gradually getting hotter over 2025. We'll have to see. WotC has been absolutely executing on collector boxes for 2 years now. Don't bet against them. Pre-order the collector boxes, please. You will be happy you did. Things are going great. I mean, these early Flesh and Blood boxes are tightening up a lot. Pokemon is on an absolute tear. If you came along with me in 21 and 22 and 23 and you were buying Sword and Shield era Pokemon, congratulations, because you're up 100, 200, some products 300% at this point. Feels good. It's a great time to be in this hobby. Let me know what you think, guys. Thanks to everyone who makes this content possible, especially my very generous supporters on Patreon. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, and join me on Final Trade.